What's going on, everybody? This is the Growing Up Italian podcast, and we are here in the amazing city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. I got my co-host, Michela.
What's up, everybody?
And the Geno of the Geno's Philly Cheese Steakhouse. Not steakhouse, but Philly cheesesteak, man. It's a huge
What's
honor
up,
to be
everybody?
here.
It's an honor to be here, man. We ate good today.
Yeah, we started out with the cheesesteak. Well, you had a fleet.
You know what, though?
of
It wasn't
cheesesteaks.
even fair that we started off with that because everything after that was just like, just couldn't live up to it.
Yeah, it was a fun-filled day, and I'm glad we came out. Met a lot of amazing people, starting
Huge
with
honor
the
to
man.
hang out with him, for real. We spent the entire day with him.
Thank you. I've had a ball. It was just unexpected. Nothing was planned, and I just
And
had
those
a great
usually
time.
the best days.
Yes.
The spontaneous
And this is my
ones.
private booth right here. This
This
just
is
for friends
the
and
celebrity
celebrities.
booth.
This-
I mean,
As
look
you
at
can
these-
see
look
the
at these
pictures.
pictures up here. It's
I know,
crazy.
there's a bunch of Sal up here. You might think it's Sal steaks or
I don't
something.
know if it's. I don't know what to call it, the celebrity booth or Sal's booth. It's like
I
right in
know.
the middle.
It's just, honestly, it's a little overwhelming because we came in here with the expectation, we're trying these amazing cheesesteak sandwiches, and, we're going to do
And then we
X,
also had
Y,
the
and
roast
Z.
pork. We had the Milano.
Yeah.
We had the
The meatballs, which were incredible, by the
Honestly,
way.
Grandmom's recipe.
Yeah, see, that's what it is.
Yeah. No, would definitely appreciate that one.
Look,
She'd be
and
impressed.
Back
It's
then, it was
very
like a
hard.
pinch of this, a touch of that. It wasn't like measuring. So.
Literally what I was just going to get to nail that recipe, but you did it, man. You bodied it.
Thank
It was
you. Thank you.
Very
incredible.
good. That doesn't happen every day, too. But let's honestly just jump right into what we did today with Geno, and he came along the whole way. So originally, we're planning this new series with Sal the Voice, and it's called Get in the Car. Really excited to touch up on that a little later. But basically, we just want to. Sal is embarking on a journey, partnering with Growing Up Italian ourselves, where he's just gonna go to visit some of his favorite food spots. And one of the first episodes we have is right here, and which is why we're here today, because he said, listen, I want to go to Philly, and we're going to Geno's Philly cheesesteaks.
Oh, Sal's like a brother. We've really bonded.
Yeah, I can tell
And
you
he loves
two,
the cheesesteaks. I mean, not many people I give a bag of Cheese Whiz to go home with.
Not many.
No. And he actually cradled it like a little baby, It was so funny.
Geno, tell us a little bit about how you and Sal met. Because I know there's a little funny story behind it.
Actually, it was in North Jersey, in Bourbon, and Dina Martin was there doing a show. And Sal came in to do a couple numbers, and I was a huge fan of Sal, which I had friends on the show with it. And my friend was like, do you want to come up and see Sal and everything? I was like, oh, my God, I would love to. So what did I do? I brought 2 big bags of cheesesteaks.
Oh, God.
And when I came up there, he was looking at me. He's like, hey, I'm Sal. I'm like, hey, Geno. That was it. Like nothing. Came back, and he's like, this is weird. I got cheesesteaks from Geno. Oh, my God, that's Geno. Like that. And he came over, and he's like, oh, my God. He's like, it's such an honor to meet you. I love your cheese. Literally ate, or should I say wolfed down, a cheesesteak, walked on stage, and started singing Medina.
Crazy.
I was like, you got to be kidding.
Only Sal.
You gotta,
Only
you
Sal.
got to be kidding. And some of the stories we had, I surprise see him in different cities and stuff like that at shows. And then I bring some cooking alongside cheesesteaks. I bring cookies and food and all that. And we just became like really good friends. He's a great guy.
I can tell. I feel like you guys have known each other for 20 years.
Yeah, that's what it seems
That's the kind of
like,
bond
yeah.
you two have. And
No, that's just all the late nights if you add up all the hours.
Yeah,
know.
right? So usually Sal will come after a show, and you guys just hanging out right here at this booth because only exclusive family or friends could stay here.
Yep.
And then
So
from
And
there,
we're here hours. I mean, one night we had a show and came back here around, I think, like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. We didn't leave here till 4:30 in the morning, and the sun was coming up.
oh my God.
But we just
I
started
live for those
talking,
nights,
and the workers love him. He came from Wigs and Wishes. We had the suit on and everything, and that's the night that was at 4:30 in the morning. He jumps on the grill and starts making cheesesteaks for the customers.
Did any customers realize it was Sal? Like,
Oh, yeah, they were taking pictures through the window.
That's so cool.
And, of course, you know how he hams it up, you know.
So, Geno, just tell us a little bit about the business, how it all started, where your role came in.
Sure. Well, my dad started in 1966. He started with $6. He borrowed $2,000 off my mom's father and then turned that into what you see today, a multi-million-dollar business with only a 9th grade education.
Wow.
And he had 2 chances,
Amazing.
slim and none. You know, because at the time they had Pat Steaks, which was right across the street.
Literally
And-
right across the street.
and they told my dad, like, are you crazy? Like, you're opening against Pat Steaks. Like, what are you doing? This is not. And my dad's like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to,
Bold
go
move.
against it. My dad was like maybe 5'8", but if you were 6 foot, he was 6'1". He just had that
Love that.
Napoleon kind of attitude and never said like if you couldn't do something, he'd prove you wrong. He just had to show it. And in here, there was no time clock. You know, it was basically, you know, when the work was done, the work was done. He would come in around 2 o'clock in the morning, do his shift, work with the workers. And our longest standing worker is 46 years. The guy that you met on the grill earlier, Jeffrey, he's been with us over 35 years.
Wow.
My average
Wow.
is 20, 30 years. So it was more like a family growing
Yeah,
up.
I could definitely
You know.
see that. And that you've established a very beautiful business,
Thank you.
very
Thank you.
well managed, and you guys just do an amazing job.
And you see
Uh,
how crazy it is, how clean.
Yeah,
And-
yeah.
Oh,
and
It's
it's
so
everything.
spacious
amazing
over
in
here.
here.
I really do applaud what you do. It's amazing. But where did you come into play here?
I came late. Like, for me, work was like a curse word. Like, I didn't start till I was like 17, and I really didn't get the whole Geno Steaks. Like, when I went out, they're like, "Oh, what do you?" I'm like, "Oh, I have a restaurant. It's Geno." You're like, "Oh
Named
my
after
god,
me,
these
you
are,"
know.
and I'm like, but I didn't get it.
Yeah.
And then I started working here when I was a teenager, and I still didn't really quite like it, you know. And I was a little like envious of all my friends having off weekends and this and that, and I would be working. And then as I got older, Geno kind of opened the door to things. So I was like, oh, I'm catching on to something here, you know, like because I'm like I told my dad and my mom, like, why would you not name me like Tony or Nikki or something? Like, why Geno? I got teased, and now it opens doors. And then when my father passed away in 2011, you know, on a Tuesday, literally Wednesday morning, I had to become Geno Steaks, like
Right.
literally take over the business right then and there, and that was a big thing to take over.
Very big
You know, and-
shoes to fill.
Yeah, and plus, you know, your dad passed away. You're going to run into the ground. There was rumors that other steakhouses bought me, and you know, like this and that. But I wanted to do it for myself and just prove to my father that you know I was able to do it. Because growing up, we didn't have the best relationship because working with family is like,
tough.
especially being family,
course.
you're on 24/7. So even at home, I would get lectures or in the car, going to dinner. Like he would always talk about the steakhouse. So it was never off for me. So it was always on, and I just kind of grew with it. And then when he passed, I was like able to put my staple on it and grow it from one location to 4 locations, a production company, a retail store, doing DoorDash, Uber Eats, doing the POS systems, the TV shows. Like I just grew it up into what you see now.
And that's amazing. Not a lot of people could do that, for real.
I'm sure your dad would be very proud of you and
Thank
all
you.
that you've done
Thank
to,
you.
to keep this alive, you know? But what you said resonated most to me when you were growing up. You said, you know, you weren't really into the whole work ethic. And you don't realize at the time, but me and Michela as well, we worked in a family business basically our whole lives.
Literally
And
the same exact thing.
Same situation,
No.
same scenario. And it's just, I guess at the time you don't appreciate it. Like all your friends are going out on a Friday
Yeah,
night and then you're...
I didn't understand it either. Like I was like, why do I want to be out with my friends? Like, and my dad's like it's my birthday. I want to go out. Like, no, your birthday could be any day. When you have a business, you do it on the off day. I'm like, no, I want my birthday now. You know, like it's just I didn't quite get it.
You know, when you're at work, you guys bicker about work things, and when you're at home, you bicker about
Oh yeah, me and my
home
dad, and I
things.
would love to challenge my dad. I would
Oh,
love to
see, me and my dad have
break
that
his
same
kahunas. Yeah,
relationship.
and sometimes I would just do it for fun. Like the workers would be like, "Yeah, Joe, that's a great idea." I'm like, "No, it sucks." I'm like, "No, I don't think we should do that." And I was very creative, but it was funny because he would be up, I would be down. He was right, I was like, I just sometimes do it just spitefully, just being the son. But he did teach me a lot of like life-changing things, or you know, your business shake is only as good as what you say. Like, so anything I say, even if it's bad or good, or if I have to eat it, like say I want to do something, didn't quite work out, I'll own up and say, you know what, I made a mistake. Or, you know, if I didn't do something right, now if the workers come up with a good idea, I take it and then say, you know what, hey Jeff, that's a good idea. Let's like implement. Like I don't believe in a one person where my dad was very old school. So it was very his way or the highway. Where me, I like a group of people and try to, take in different ideas. Sometimes I kind of know what I'm going to do, but I make people think
Yeah.
that, I'm listening, but that kind of thing.
At least you're not closed-minded. You're definitely open to new ideas.
You can't be right now.
You literally drive to Geno's and right across the street he has a merch shop. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I've
That was-
ever seen that for.
Which, by the way, look at these
yeah,
shirts.
you guys got
I know they got some swag on right now.
this is drip right now. Can they get this online? Is that
Yep.
possible?
You can go to
They
genosgear.com.
Awesome. So guys, check it out. We got some fresh merch.
And
Very-
it's Geno's Steaks on Instagram.
Yes.
yeah,
make sure you
definitely check them
follow
out. They'll be
them.
in the description of the bio
But
of
don't
this
look at their
podcast.
page when you're hungry, because it's just bad news.
Yeah, so I actually haven't been here for, I want to say, 4 years since the last time I was actually here. But it's kind of surreal because the fact that I'll be waiting on like a 25-minute line outside to sitting down with you in a booth talking about your
The
food
owner
and
with
all that
the
you've done.
Geno of Geno's Steaks. It doesn't feel real.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. You guys do a great job.
Especially being 24 hours, so
Yeah.
you're always on, and having a line at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning wrapped around the building, and the weather today, how cold and rainy it is.
And it was
that
still
line
packed
was,
out
yeah,
there.
the line was still out to the street. So I'm very thankful and very appreciative of what I have, because nothing's given, it's earned.
100%.
And I feel like I earn the respect of the customers, and it's not like I'm buying like houses and cars. Like I do stuff for the workers. I redo the neon. I put like signs in. I put new tables in, new booths.
Right.
I'm constantly showing the customers that their money is going towards making Geno's a better place.
It definitely shows, and I love the fact that you're modernizing as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
you could have easily have went your dad's route, and not to say that was the wrong way. You could have.
It
kept
was,
old
Rocco.
school.
It was.
Like I'm always torn in between too, because my dad is very old-fashioned, and something.
Does he not believe in the calculator or pen and pencil?
He
Yeah.
has to write everything
Yep.
down. It's like at some
You know what
point
it is?
you have to let
In
that
their
go.
head, that way worked for them. My dad's like, so when I try to tell my dad, I'm like, instead of doing it this way, let's do it this way. He's like, so why did it work for this many years? I'm like,
Yeah.
we have to adapt. It's
Yeah.
literally adapt or die, you know?
Now, Gino, was your dad a big cash guy? Like, oh, I pay you cash.
Oh, all the time. Because we're a cash business.
Right.
We don't take credit cards.
Oh, still to this
still
day?
today?
Still to this day, we
Best
don't
way
take
to do
credit
it.
cards.
Best
way to
thing.
do it.
And when we would buy something, or back in the day, I don't know if you remember Tower Records. It's
Might be
kind of like a
little too
music
young.
store. Yeah, like a music store. And he would go in, and he was like a kid in a candy store. He would buy like 30 DVDs, all these CDs, and even like buying cars back in the day, he would pay cash, 30, 40, 50,000 in
yeah.
cash.
Yeah, it's
because
crazy.
he didn't know. And one time we were stuck in Florida in Disney World, supposed to be the happy place, and my dad didn't have a credit card at the age of I think it was 35 or 40. And my aunt had to bail him out because they didn't. I'm like, what do you mean you don't take cash? Like, cash is. It's like, sorry, sir, we only take credit card. And the next day he had to, at 35 or 40 years old, apply for a credit card because everything was cash.
Wow.
Yeah.
To him. Like growing up, I always had cash in my pocket. I didn't know what a credit card was.
Right. What year did you guys open up?
1966, and that's the picture of the building right there.
Wow, the original. Yeah, I'll put that at the end of the video.
Right here.
Yeah.
Wow.
And a fun fact, it could be a good trivia question. We're the only place in the country, not even Disney World, we offer Pepsi and Coke.
Pepsi
Wow.
and Coke.
On tap?
Yep,
The
right there.
only one-
The sign's right there.
Oh my God, that is actually crazy.
It's
The
true, because
only
when
one.
sometimes when you go somewhere, you're like, I'll just take a Pepsi. Is Coke okay? Or when you order a Coke, is Pepsi okay?
Yep.
But here you could get
Yeah, there's like a
whatever you
rivalry,
want.
like kind of like me and Pat, I think.
Yeah.
Same thing with Coke and Pepsi. It's either one or the other.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you off the mic which one you like better, but we'll keep that off the record. Not trying to get you in trouble over here. So I tried some new hoagies. I feel like that's so weird to say. For me.
It's weird for us to say because we have a sandwich shop, and in Brooklyn, it's a Hero. So it almost doesn't feel right for me to say hoagie.
Okay. Well, I heard that Hero, Grinder,
Grinder.
and
I don't really
yeah,
use that, but
because that heats it up. A Hero is like a sub, basically.
Okay.
So, how do you differentiate?
So, at least by us, the hoagie is an Italian Hero.
Okay.
So when we were on our way here, and I was like, a hoagie, I'm like, it just like caught me off guard because we know it as a Hero, literally the same exact thing. Mm-hmm. And it's just an hour and a half drive, but whatever. I don't care what you call it, here or hoagie. I hate it here. It was slamming. That's all that matters. I'll call it whatever you want to call it, but it was banging.
Yeah, but what did we try today? We tried the OG cheesesteak,
the Whiz Whiff, and then you had the Milano, which
that
is
was my
the
favorite.
provolone with the grilled tomatoes, oregano,
Yeah.
and the onions. Then you had the roast pork with provolone. And then you had the meatball sub with the fresh grated cheese and the provolone.
and don't forget the fries with.
The cheese was, that's
know
my
cheese was
that's my
Madonna,
favorite.
that was
That's
delicious.
my kryptonite.
You know what
the
was amazing
cheesesteaks-
about the French fries was that every fry had cheese on it. Every fry.
We don't mess around. I didn't get this way from sucking air.
That is legit.
You know?
Like when you go somewhere and you get cheese fries, and by like the
Oh
fourth
my God,
fry,
yeah.
the cheese is
No,
gone.
see what we do is we get the cup, and as we're pumping, we swirl it like an ice cream cone, so that you get the cheese everywhere.
That's the trick. It's all in the wrist.
You guys got
and
the
the other
system
thing
down
is,
pat.
once you get it from here to the table, you can do what's called the slam. You get the cheese cup, slam it on the bottom, so that all the cheese on the bottom goes to the top,
Right to
and
the
when
top.
you pull it, it's all ooey. That's an inside secret.
See, he just put us on for real.
There's a little secret for also. No, but what I wanted to say was, it's weird. The fact that I was full of eating all those heroes and sandwiches and cheesesteaks, it was like I still had room for those cheese fries. That's what I like best about it, because I was like still scooping.
I like to hear that.
Yeah.
I like to hear that.
I was like, there's always room for it.
The
and-
limit does not exist. It's
And it's funny how the celebrities, when they come, like Sal when he was making the cheesesteaks, or Michael Bublé, Patti LaBelle, Harry Connick Jr., Tony Danza was actually,
Yep.
my dad was on there making the cheesesteaks with them, and it's amazing how they love to get on the grill just to make a cheesesteak. Like they could be doing anything,
awesome.
and they like love to stand and make cheesesteak.
Do you ever realize, like, damn, like I am Geno of Geno's Steaks? Like,
It kind of hit me a couple years ago. Like I didn't really get into it, and like when I meet people, I'm like, "Hey, I'm Gino," or "Hey, I have a
you're so
restaurant."
humble and down to earth. It's
Thank
like, I
you,
feel
thank
like
you. I don't
you
say
block
it
all that out.
until they recognize me or whatever, and then I'll talk. But even then, I just feel very lucky and honored to be a Philly icon, staple, known all over the world for a cheesesteak. It just doesn't resonate. Like
Crazy, but
there's other like things that are like in the country and everything,
Yeah.
but a cheesesteak is like a staple. Like, and there's a lot of times when my friends will come over and I'm in, or they're in Africa or they're in Hawaii or whatever, and they'll say like, "Oh, they're from Philly, Geno's or Pat's." Like the question,
it really is
and
the
it's
question.
it's funny how I'm globally, me and Pat's are known
Right.
globally all over, and it's just really an honor.
yeah, because the first thing you think of Philly is
Philly
cheesesteak,
cheesesteak, yeah.
Geno's or Pat's.
Well,
every time.
Well, actually, coming over the bridge, the first question is, "Where's the Liberty Bell?"
Yep.
The second question is, "Where's Geno and Pat's?"
Yeah,
We're the second asked question over the bridge.
I can't tell you how many trips I had when I was younger with my family just to come and have a cheesesteak and bring it back.
Yeah, it was like the thing to do.
Like,
We did it multiple
People
times.
are driving
Really?
hours upon hours just to be here and have a cheesesteak. You know?
Well, the
It's
funny
like-
thing is when they see me on Food Network or Rachel or the Today Show or whatever, they will drive an hour, 2, 3 hours. And what I think is funny is they'll stand in line and they order a cheesesteak.
one.
Like if I'm going that long,
Yeah,
I'm
you
going to
might
order
as
a
well
couple.
order 4 or 5.
Yeah,
and
I
that-
can't
that's
tell
a
you how many
rookie
people
move.
go like it, and they're like, "Oh, damn, I have to wait in line again," kind of thing,
No, it's so delicious, man. And I don't want to take up too much of your
Oh, please,
time.
let's talk. I'm having fun. I enjoyed you guys today.
No, we really did have
Today
such a
was
great
an
day.
awesome day, and it's just
I wish the
funny
weather was
because-
better.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little drizzly and windy, but I think we definitely made the most out of it. The fact that you tagged along definitely made the trip 20 times better.
Showed us all of Philly. We went to the Rocky Steps.
And just as we're walking around, I feel like you're the mayor of this town. You know, like people are stopping by, giving you a kiss on the cheek, shaking your hand. I'm like, oh my god, who am I hanging out with over here?
I mean, we got a spot at the Rocky Steps using his name.
yeah, literally. Nobody else tried that though. No, but Geno, honestly, thank you so much for having us
Oh,
here.
thank you for having me.
The
I've heard so much
hospitality.
about you, so I'm glad I got to meet you guys.
It's been a serious pleasure, an honor, in fact.
We'll come back in the booth again sometime.
Yeah, absolutely, it will be our pleasure to even be in your presence. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out Geno's Steaks, their website, online, cop some merch, and of course, if you get the chance, you have to come in. It's a.
I mean, you can't miss it with all the lights.
And
It's
just-
neon.
Don't be a rookie. Come hungry. Get 2 or 3.
2 or 3 cheesesteak, whiz with. Make sure you say it like that
Yeah.
because they will get mad at you. All right, thanks again, Gino.
Take care.
Ciao.